This is one of the coolest aspects of the travel life.
We're the Farnsworths. We're a travel nurse family of 5 traveling the country in our 37-foot travel trailer, going on 4 years now. We've just wrapped up our Alaska contract and are making our way down to the Southwest to winter in Phoenix. On the way, though, we're going to show you one of the best parts of living a nomadic lifestyle.
We are on our way to Wall Drug. We don't do a lot of touristy things. Well, that's not true. We do a lot of touristy things, but it's not our favorite thing to do. But this is one of those things that feels like we just have to stop to see what the hype is about.
Okay, so we're doing it. We're stopping at like one of the biggest tourist traps in South Dakota. Can you guess what it is? Thanks, Bumps. All right, first impressions.
Like a city inside a store.
Wall Drug was a nice surprise. I thought it was going to be just a ginormous tourist trap, and it kind of is a gigantic tourist trap, but it has a really good story. The story goes that the owners started a drugstore in this little town of Wall of like 300 people in the Depression, and everyone was poor, and when Mount Rushmore was finished there was a lot of traffic, but they still didn't have business and they couldn't figure out how to pull people in. And so Dorothy, the wife, decides, let's offer them free ice water. It's the middle of the summer, it's super hot, we're going to just, no strings attached, just give away ice water. And so they made signs, they put them all along the highway, which explains the fact that we saw 31 signs on the highway advertising to thirsty travelers to come in, take a rest, and get some ice water.
Home is a relative term. We don't own a house anywhere, but we were raised in Kansas City and many of our family are still there. And so our family is home.
Birthday to you.
You remember last month we took some time off. Well, this is why. We really didn't get much recorded as we were focused on spending time with people, but we did manage to get a few clips. If you thought we were tired before, after our 14 days of travel from Anchorage, just look at all we packed into this 1 week in Kansas City. No regrets though.
Well, we're finishing up our time in Kansas City and just getting everything ready for another long trip back down to Phoenix via Colorado first. So I'm having them rotate the tires here. Interestingly enough, it looks like I've worn through these tires. We put them on in January. We're going to rotate them and then put the ones that are better on the front on the back so that I could wear those down via the trailer weight, and then warranty all of them when we get to Phoenix again, because they're supposed to be a 50,000 mile tire. These are the Michelin Defenders, and they're wearing down faster than they should.
We are off, saying goodbye to Grandma and Granddad. It's been a great trip here.
You know, I don't want to leave.
I know. It's been a great trip here in Kansas City. Very short and quick. But it is time to move on to Colorado and visit Uncle Matt. And John's sister and her family is coming up too. So we're going to have like a huge cousin party in Colorado. It's going to be a good time. What a whirlwind here in Kansas City. It's been a good time. I'm so glad that we got to see everybody.
Another place we used to call home is Colorado. For 5 years, we lived southwest of Denver in a small mountain community, and we've never quite fallen out of love with it. John's brother and family recently purchased a house just 12 minutes from where we used to live. We were so excited to spend some time with them and explore our old stomping grounds.
I miss you, I miss you.
It had been quite some time since all the cousins on John's side had been together. Picture a house full of 6 adults and 8 kids, half of which are age 5 and under. It was absolute chaos, and it was beautiful, and it was made possible by our travel lifestyle. After Jenny and her family left for Kansas, Aaron and Ethan got to go on a big kid mountain bike ride with Dad, Uncle Matt, and Aunt Jacqueline. They decorated treats and painted pumpkins, and even Tweety Foxy got to play with a friend.
I'm having some serious nostalgia going on. We're at Pine Valley Ranch, which is a beautiful park. I came here all the time with my kids when they were really little. We've spent Mother's Days here. There's a little island in this pagoda that we used to have lunches at, and we play in the creek and the water here. And it's very surreal to see how much my boys are grown, because I would come here before Chloe was even born. So it's been a really fun day exploring the park today.
The kids begged us to stay through Halloween. A trunk or treat, a hike or treat, and the grand finale, the coolest neighborhood trick-or-treating route.
Okay, so this is the highway, and this is their sheriff guided crosswalk.
Insane. When nothing's like home.
Thank you. We've been staying up in Pine, Colorado, which is just west of Denver, and it has been so nice to just sit and relax. We are now just about to dump the RV at the most expensive dump we've ever paid for, $25. Might as well stay tonight. But we really want to get it emptied out because we're going to go over Kenosha Pass, and we don't want to be hauling completely full tanks because we've been boondocking or moonstocking for 2 weeks. So it's totally full. Anyhow, we also have not taken the Jeep into a dealership. I know, call us crazy. It stopped making noises as soon as we crossed like through Idaho, and we met up with some friends, and then we left there and it wasn't making noises anymore. So we said, we'll just push to Kansas City and we'll take care of it there. Then we got to Kansas City and it was just visit after visit after visit of all of our friends and family, and it wasn't making noise, and it just slipped our mind. So here we are in Colorado. It's still not making the noise. We're gonna push all the way to Phoenix. That's where we're gonna be settled for the foreseeable future. So we're just gonna make it happen and take it to a dealership there. There's also some recalls on it that we found out about. So we're just gonna pray that that spiritual duct tape holds a little bit longer. We have lived in Colorado. We've never visited Buena Vista, and it is gorgeous. I've seen pictures here. I know somebody who got married here, and I can see why, because it is so pretty. This is one of the coolest aspects of the travel life, is that you get to go and visit family all across the country, like distant family that you don't normally see. We are here at my second cousin Bernita's house. We're trying to figure out exactly if it's second cousin or first cousin once removed. We're not sure. It's my dad's cousin, and they live out here near the sand dunes. Her and her daughter and family, and they have this wonderful plot of land, just like the sand dunes are in their backyard. It's pretty fantastic. Chloe was like, I have a new cousin, and I'm like, no, you always had this cousin, we just never met them before. Living that high desert ranch life, which you all know how much we love the desert. It's so amazing here. We're like 10 14ers or something here. Sherry and Bernita, if you're watching this, thank you so much for opening up your house to us. This was so much fun. We're so glad that we got to come and meet you guys and, well, visit with you. I've met you before, but my kids haven't. And it was just so much fun, and we had such a great time here. So thank you so much. Aaron got to drive the golf cart, and I think that was a pretty big deal for him. Ethan got to pick out some rocks, because you guys know how much he loves to collect rocks. He got some obsidian, which he is obsessed over. He thinks it's so awesome. And Chloe got to bake with Sherry last night, and she baked cornbread, and they just made us feel so welcome.
Here's a tip. If you know of family, even distant relatives that live somewhere on or near your route, reach out to them. Chances are they would love to see you, and it's a wonderful chance to get to know them better. Next week on our final stretch to Phoenix, we'll be making our way through beautiful Colorado on a route we've never taken before. Plus, you know our luck. We almost made it without any other problems. Almost. Thanks for watching, friends. We'll see you out there.